Good morning, dear students. How are you? Today, in our math lesson, we are going to study time. As you see, here we have a clock and we have two hands for that clock. And you know that in each clock, to tell the time, we have to say the hour and the minute. Okay? Hours and minutes. Now, those tiny small lines are the minutes, and the same number here, the big number, can work as minutes and hours. This can be hours plus minutes or minutes. Okay? And as you know, each hour, 1 hour, equals how many minutes? Equals 60 minutes. Okay? So each hour equals 60 minutes. Now, if we want to say what is the time now, the shorthand is for minutes, for hours, and the longhand is for minute. So here the time is 12 o'clock. It's 12 o'clock. If the hand of minutes is on 12, we say o'clock. Okay? If it is here, let me write it here so it can be obvious. So if it is here, we say o'clock. If it is on 6, pointing to 6, it is half. If it is here on 3, quarter. And also if it is pointing to 9, quarter. What is the difference? How do I know the difference? In this part of the clock, here we say past. Here we say, in this one, we say 2. How do we say it? First we say the minute, it's minutes, then either past, if it is in the part of past we say past, if it is in the part of 2 we say 2, then we say the hours. So for example, if I have an hour like this, like I have the shorthand pointing to 3 and the long hand for minutes is pointing for 1. Of course, 1 resembles 5 minutes. Okay? So, we say it's 3 past, sorry, it's 5. First we say the minutes. It's 5 past 3. Okay, so here it's in the part of past. Okay, in this part. The hand pointing to the minutes is in this part. Why did I say that 1 equals 5? Why did I say 5? If we counted here those shorthands between each hour, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this one, when it is here, and I am speaking about minutes, it equals 5 minutes. So between each one of these is 5. So here 5, 10, 15, 20. We are counting in 5. 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, and here 60. So as you see, we have 60 minutes between each between two numbers. We have 5 minutes. Okay, now let's see reading the time to the half hour. Now recall that the minute hand shows us that it is o'clock when it points at the 12. You remember we said when the minute hand point to 12, it's o'clock. We say o'clock. This analog clock is showing 3 o'clock. The minute hand is pointing at 12 and the hour hand is pointing at 3. We call this analog clock. Now we have digital clock. We have one like this, we call it analog, and if we have only numbers, it is digital. So if it is digital and I want to show 3 o'clock, here I put 2 zeros in the minute, okay? Because we are starting to count from 0. Now we reach 3. Every 60 minutes, you start counting again. And when it is 00, it means that it is o'clock, okay? Now, next page. It takes the minute hand 60 minutes to move around the clock every hour. So here we need 60 minutes to cover 1 hour, okay? When the minute hand has traveled halfway, if it covered here till 6, it means that we reach half. Half 60, how much? 30, excellent. So halfway around the clock, we say it is half past the number. For example, here it is 9:30. Why? Because the clock hand is pointing to 9. How can I write it in numbers? We can write 9:30. 9:30. Okay? I hope this is clear. Now let's try to match the analog or the digital clock with the correct number. I will do the first one for you, you will do the others, okay? Now this one is 10 o'clock. Why did I say o'clock? Because in the minutes I have zeros. So 10 o'clock. Where is 10 o'clock? This is 10 o'clock. Okay, so I match. What about the next one? The minutes hand point to 6, so it is half. And the clock hand points between 4 and 5. So I take it to the number that is before the hand, not after, before. It means that it is pointing to the number before. So this one is 4 past half past 4. It's half past 4 or 4:30. Where can I find that number? Yes, that's it. The last one, 4:30. Okay. So remember, the clock hand always points to the number that is before, not after. If it is between two numbers, so it points to the number before. Now, here you have to write the time shown on each clock in numerals and in words. Here it's 5 o'clock. How do you write it? We write 5 o'clock. Here we have 3:30, 3:30, or 3:30. Okay, you can write it and show it to me, please. Now, units of time. Let's learn together. We measure time using different units. We measure the duration of an event using different units. For example, let's look here. We have 9 and we have 7 minutes. How can I say that? I can say my name 10 times in 6 seconds. What are the seconds? The seconds are the smallest parts of the minute. We said that the hour consists of 60 minutes. Now what about the minute? The minute consists of 60 seconds. Okay? Now here, let's read. I can run from my house to school in 7 minutes. So we can use minutes. We can use seconds and we can use hours to talk about the time. I sleep for 10 hours every night. I go to school for 5 days each week. Now, if you have, how many hours do we have in one day? Do you know? We have in one day 24 hours. 12 hours, almost 12 for day and almost 12 for night, when we have the day and night equal. Sometimes the daytime will be longer than the night time, but all in all we have 24 hours. And then if you put days above days and more, if you put 30 days, you will have 1 month. How many months do I need to make 1 year? To make 1 year, I need 12 months. What else? What can you tell me more? What about 1 week? How many days? In each week do we have how many days? We have 7 days. Okay? And it all goes back to hours, minutes, seconds, so you can measure time in different ways. So we have seconds, which will make minutes, then will make hours. Those hours will make days. Those days will make weeks. Those weeks will make months. Those months will make years. How many weeks do we have in 1 month? We have 4 weeks to make 1 month. Okay? Now, let's try it. Order these units of time from the shortest to the longest. We have minutes, weeks, days, hours, years, months, seconds. Which one is the shortest? Which one is the longest? I need you to do it, please, for me. Now, let's read this together. It's the same as I said before. There are 60 seconds in 1 minute. There are 60 minutes in 1 hour. There are 24 hours in 1 day. There are 7 days in 1 week. There are approximately 4 weeks in 1 month. There are 12 months in 1 year. Now here, write the correct number. Let's do the first one as examples, then you will continue. There are 60 seconds in how many minutes? In 1 minute. There are how many minutes in 1 hour? Excellent, 60 minutes. And you continue. Okay? Here you have to match the units of time. 60 minutes makes 1 hour, so we match it here. 24 hours makes 1 day. You continue. Okay? And the last page is the days of the week. I know that you know them. Let's recall the days of the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Let's recall the months of the year: January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. Now here you have to unscramble the days of the week. You have them scrambled. You need to reorder them to make correct word. And then match the months to the ordinal number. Which one is the first? Do you remember? It's January. January is your first month. You match it. What about November? November is your 11th month. Okay, so here you have it in order. Just try to remember these ordinal numbers: first, second, etc. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. It's nice and easy. If you have any question, please ask me. Send me your answers, and see you in the Zoom lesson. Goodbye.